Today we are on the hunt for a wild Zinx far north, in the glacier fields. The morning sun lights up his icy burrows, and the rumble in his stomach for fresh polar bear grows unbearable. He slinks out of his burrows, silently not to alarm his prey. Gliding through the icy waters, he finds his target. The polar bear unknowingly is quickly snatched and pulled under the water before it even realizes what is happening. Zinx quickly, with strong power and force, brings the bear to his mercy.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm MrZinkz, and this is EtherealCraft episode 4, Exterior. Today in this episode, I'm going to be starting the exterior of the ice castle, and so before we get into that, we need to start gathering some resources for it. So, we're going to need a good amount of dark oak, ice, snow blocks, so sit back, relax, grab yourself a beverage, and enjoy today's episode. Now we are back from dark oak collecting, which, by the way, I can't tell you how many thousands of blocks and countless mountains and deserts I had to traverse to find a dark oak biome. It was absurd. But I probably could have made that into an entire episode. But thankfully, I do have a /home, so at least we don't have to worry about getting back. Anyhow, I gotta debark a ton of these dark oak logs so we can start using them as supports for these towers. And also, we'll be needing a lot of dark oak shelves, which is a costly block to craft and time consuming since you have to debark 6 logs and then mine them back up, and then you have to craft 6 shelves. So, I'm just hoping I can collect enough dark oak logs to last me a long time. After this, then I'll have to get some more packed ice and snow blocks so I can get the roofs of these towers. But at the very least, this isn't the most expensive build I've ever concocted. If only I had started this channel in my previous town, the vampire castle would have been way too many episodes long just to build the exterior of that thing. But here we are, and we're having fun, and that's what matters. If you guys are enjoying the content so far, do feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. It really means a lot, and for those of you who have been consistently watching this far, you guys are real ones, as you get to watch me grow as a YouTuber, and hopefully you guys can see the quality of the videos improving since my first uploads. I do need to redo the bending tutorial videos now because looking back on them, they are kinda rough. But anyhow, thank you, and if you have any suggestions, please drop it down in the comments. Alright, so starting off, we're going to start placing these dark oak logs as pillars to like support the main structure. And I go around and I'm placing these shelf blocks, and I feel like they really add to the build and they make the pillars look strong. You know what I mean? And durable. And I just like the little extra bit of detailing you get from them. And then after that, we're gonna go around and line it with dark oak planks and line that with stairs. And that'll be like a good base that's gonna hold the roof. And on the inside, I'm gonna go around on like with more stairs, of course. And then it's easy. We just place down all these ice blocks and just try and like do our best to mimic the natural terrain of the iceberg that we're living in. Because I want it to be like a combo of like, it looks like that pillar of ice, which is the roof, was already there and we built into it and are using it as like a pseudo roof. You know what I mean? So, and oh my gosh, I need to change my bindings for my moves because I keep activating Frost Trap all throughout these clips and it's really annoying. So I need to make like a specific just building set of binds so I stop activating my bending moves by accident, but regardless. And I ran out of snow, so I had to quickly go get some more snow. And so we're gonna finish off this tower by placing all these snow blocks and stuff. And we also went through and added some dark oak fences for railings, so you're not just gonna accidentally fall off, you know? I would say it's pretty good. I think it blends in with the terrain pretty well. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. But at least I like it. I guess that's what's important, is if I like it. And if it looks good. That's always the goal. Make sure it looks good, you know? So now for the second tower. We're basically gonna do the same thing. So we're just gonna hit it with the dark oak log pillars, you know, frame it up with the shelves, you know. We're gonna go around the bottom part with some fences. Yeah. So it's pretty easy. Now that like we already have like our design, so it's just simple, just kind of just do it again on this bottom part. And then we're doing the same thing with the roof as well. You know, make sure it blends in and matches the terrain. And again, during this whole clip, I'm being plagued by water arms now. Not frost trap, but water arms. I really do need to make new building binds. Someone remind me to do that, please. Thank you. So now we're just gonna quickly go through and do our icy pillar roof and make sure it just matches with the terrain. You know, during my whole building experience, when I first started to like work on becoming a better builder, I mainly was just doing terraforming only. That was like my real bread and butter back in the day, was just doing terraforming. And then, you know, I slowly transitioned into working on doing my interiors. And then, I don't know, a couple years ago, then I started getting into doing exterior builds. And it's still hard for me, you know? it's always something you just work on and you slowly just improve over time, you know? So it's always nice to like think back on like how my builds have definitely evolved over time. And, you know, I guess the main thing is like always make sure that you're having fun and you feel passionate about the build that you're making, and not to just sit there and like critique yourself, because you are the biggest critique. No one else. You're going to be the only one that sees those little details that no one is going to see, because their eyes will just go right over them. But for you, you're going to see it every single time. And, you know, that's the thing you just kind of got to work on with yourself, is just be nicer to yourself, you know, and be proud of how far you've come. So I just quickly, you know, redid the door and like the entryway, and I think it looks better. I do like this, you know. It's nothing crazy, but I don't know. I like it. I like the look. I like the inside pillars that we did, and it helps with like contrasting colors with the spruce logs mixed with like the dark oak. You know, add some light and dark in there. The lanterns are like a nice little light source that we got there. And speaking of light sources, it brings me to the next part of the video. We need to go down into the depths and face our mortal enemy, because we need sea lanterns. That's right, the biggest baddie in town thinks they rule the ocean, and we have to show them today that MrZinkz is in town. Master Waterbender. The Elder Guardian, he gave me some troubles. I'll give him that. He's good. But he's not better than moi. And now we can safely collect all the sea lanterns we need for the next part of our build. So about an hour or two of grinding out, collecting all the sea lanterns and killing enough guardians to get them all, the materials to craft them up. We're just gonna fill the roof in with the sea lanterns, and that should just do for now. And then, so yeah, we're gonna do that on the bottom tower, and then we're gonna move over to the top tower and fill that one in with more sea lanterns. And while we're up here at the upper tower, this portion of the iceberg needs to be cleared out, because, you know, we're gonna need an entrance to get up here. And I also have some ideas that we'll be seeing here in the next video, of what we're gonna do with this space. It's gonna look good. Just you guys wait. Now, the ice castle just needs one final thing, one final touch, and of course, flags. Right at the top of the towers, it makes the most sense. So we're gonna build some flags real quick. And if you've enjoyed this video so far and have stayed to the end, do please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time on EtherealCraft, episode 5. Dun dun dun! Who knows what it's gonna bring? Stay tuned.